A new pilot program being launched and tested by NeighborWorks of Western Vermont may be one way to lure would-be homebuyers into purchasing a home that qualifies as a fixer-upper. NeighborWorks of Western Vermont is an organization that seeks to facilitate ways for buyers to find affordable housing, helping out not only with finding homes, but also with the financing side of it as well. They are trying out a program in Arlington that offers homebuyers up to $75,000 if they buy a distressed property, one in need of a little investment and improvement. Ludi Biddle of NeighborWorks explained how it would work at the last meeting of the Arlington Area Renewal Project on September 3rd.
All throughout this, especially this part of the state, the housing stock has in many cases been under-maintained. It's affordable, but it requires so much to put into it to make it healthy, safe, and efficient that it's just going to stay in this condition until it just goes into the ground, which is what we found in Rutland. So this project is literally a pilot, and they gave us only 3 houses to pilot with. But what we intend to do is match a house in the village or in the Arlington area that is in bad shape, that is bringing down the other parts of the neighborhood, so that when we make an investment with public funds, we're actually having impact, throughout a community, throughout a neighborhood if possible. Match that house that needs a family with a family that wants to buy in this area, but isn't able to make that enormous investment to bring the house back to where it should be. It's just gotten beyond the sort of economics of reasonable investment. So the plan is to offer a subsidy up to $75,000, dollar for dollar, to match the investment the homeowner is willing to make in the rehab.
A covenant attached to the contract would allow NeighborWorks to obtain 75% of the appreciated value of a home if it were eventually sold. The homeowner would keep the other 25%. Jim Baker, the director of the Arlington Area Renewal Project, noted that the lack of affordable housing was having an effect on the long-term future of the town, as it is in many other Vermont communities. Attracting young families to bolster the enrollment numbers in the town's schools was one, but the ripple effects were several, he said.
Towns like Arlington struggle keeping their grand list where it needs to be, and there's nothing more important in the town than your grand list. I mean, your grand list drives what we're paying for taxes. And if properties depreciate and the grand list goes down, it puts enormous pressure in town on taxes. And so that's also part of the strategy of what we're trying to do. Younger folks that want to be on the rescue squad, people that want to run for the select board, who wants to be on the school board, who joins the Lions Club. It doesn't help us because we have this demographic going on that a lot of folks in town look like me. And so we want to be able to bring that housing up.
The Renewal Project has been focused on housing issues in Arlington for a while and held a summit meeting about it last June. During that meeting, we talked with Faith Rhodes, a local real estate agent, who described some of the factors influencing the broader real estate local market.
So I think one of the challenges in Arlington right now is our lack of inventory. We currently only have on the market about 28 homes for sale, and that's everything ranging from a foreclosure to a multi-million-dollar property. And families who are wanting to move into the town are finding a real difficult time locating the home that they want to buy with, properly priced. New construction would be really nice to see in Arlington, but the hurdles with that for a developer would be the cost of construction versus buying a pre-existing home. So when we're looking at an over $200 price per square foot on new construction, and the sweet spot in Arlington seems to be homes priced between $200 and $250. A developer has to calculate the cost of, a 2,000 square foot home on an acre of land priced, over $200 a square foot really outprices them on that sweet spot when you go to list the home. So it just doesn't make sense for new construction. Combine that with a lack of housing inventory in the town, it creates a real problem, and hopefully we can come to a couple of good suggestions on how to tackle this and move forward.
The Renewal project is likely to stay focused on the housing question going forward, Baker said. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.